State legislators may change how some murder suspects are charged, which could affect how long they spend in prison. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Phil Lipoff. Lawmakers may take a charge off the table when killings aren't intentional. It could apply to some high-profile cases, like when teens threw a rock through a windshield and hit and killed a young woman.
Kevin Vaughn from 9 News Investigates joins us from the newsroom. And Kevin, this measure is controversial.
Kim and Phil, it is controversial. It passed the House earlier this week by one vote, and it's now in the Senate, where the outcome could go either way. Reminders of Alexa Bartel's life dominate a corner in the living room, fill a chalkboard in the kitchen. But now there are only reminders of that life. It ended 3 years ago when a rock hurled by Joe Koenig, a high school senior, tore through Alexa's windshield. A jury convicted Koenig of first-degree murder, extreme indifference. A bill working its way through the legislature would wipe out that charge in deaths like Alexa's.
We keep lowering things and lessening the consequences. My daughter doesn't get a second chance, you know.
Alexa was Kelly Bartel's only child.
But I do believe if you are one that takes a life and intentionally and recklessly and in a horrific manner, that you should get life.
Koenig did get life with no chance of parole, and he isn't alone. Todd Grodzinski had 6 drunken driving convictions on his record and a blood alcohol level 4 times the legal limit when he killed Angela Wimmer. Pa Ray and Lou Ray were involved in a shooting when a stray bullet killed Ma King across the street. If the measure becomes law, people like Koenig, Grodzinski, and the Rays would not get life in killings that aren't intentional. It would allow a first-degree murder extreme indifference charge in cases with one death only if the victim is a child under 12, the victim is a first responder, or at least 2 other people are seriously injured and a deadly weapon is involved. Bartel wants people like the man who killed her daughter to be sentenced to life. She says if they make changes, they could one day be a candidate for a commutation or a pardon.
Let them get life and then let them do that. Let them rehabilitate. Don't give just assume we're going to lessen the sentence because we want you to do better.
The charge could also be filed if this measure becomes law in cases where 2 or more people die. The bill has been introduced in the Senate and assigned to the Judiciary Committee. There is not a hearing date set for it yet, and we don't know what its fate will be there. And we should note, just in the last few minutes, a spokesman for Governor Jared Polis said he does not support the bill in its current form, and he would look at it very closely before deciding whether to sign it if it is indeed passed and comes to his desk. Live in the newsroom, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
As you mentioned, it just got by the House with one vote. So this is something that clearly people are having mixed reactions to. So what about when we think of Alexa Bartel's? Would this law be retroactive?
Kim, as the bill is written now, it would not be. The law would take effect July 1st, and it said it would only apply to charges filed on or after that date. But again, the language in the bill could be changed in the days ahead while it works its way through the Senate.
Well, thank you for giving us a heads up. We'll follow that closely. Thank you, Kevin.